Alright guys, welcome to SWL Freezone episode 7 from Raleigh, North Carolina. Our first match about to take place. It is scheduled for 1-4 and here comes Miss Sheba. The first time ever on debut. Here we go.
And in participants, first, from Australia, Miss!
We do apologise for the internet issues that is occurring on the channel. That's why the last few days of live streams have not occurred as we head into a Christmas/New Year break. For those who celebrate Christmas and New Year, have a Merry Christmas and an absolute wonderful New Year. Miss Sheba's in action for the first time ever. This does not count towards the live stream series. Freezone is a bit more freer. Stats don't really matter. Storylines don't really count either. Who's she going up against for the first time ever? And everyone has a new music track as we go into our third iteration of SWL. And that looks like the former SWL subscriber women's champion, Zoe, who is represented by Draco's sister. Yes, Draco's sister. Very elusive music going on here. Will Miss Sheba capitalize and get her first ever win?
And her opponent from Manhasset, New York,
On the mystique and the illusions of Zoe, or will the former champion get a W over a huge newcomer to the league? I guess we'll all have to find out right here tonight. SWL, we're freaking back. Freezone is here. Can you believe it? When was the last time we did Freezone? I feel like it was back in 2023. Oh my goodness, what a backflip. Very mysterious, very elusive. Can Zoe get the win here tonight? There's been lots of talks about Miss Sheba signing to SWL. Has that gotten in the head of Zoe here tonight? The bell is about to ring. Let's do it. All right, Miss Sheba out of the gate, going for a huge drop kick. Zoe gets out of the way. Now we're into a tie-up. Who's going to get the better of their opponent here? They are locked. Zoe puts Miss Sheba against the ropes. The referee is trying to break it up, and that's a clean break. Zoe, nice right hand there, gets it back on the ropes. Now using the leverage to work on that left arm of Miss Sheba. Another tie-up, another lock-up. Very technical from the ongoing moments of this match. Now Miss Sheba trying to get a waist lock. This is her first ever showing in this series for SWL. Roll up, and that's a pin. Referee, just a 1 count. Can Zoe find a way to escape the offense now, Miss Sheba? And now Miss Sheba now working on the legs. Zoe will reverse that one. Tie up again. Lots of tie-ups. Very technical here. Miss Sheba does win that initial battle. Zoe's hanging in there though. Really working on the left arm of Zoe is Miss Sheba and cranking on it. Zoe trying to back up, trying to find an escape here. Can she do it? She's absolutely trying her best. And now Miss Sheba cranking it again. Locking in that pressure. Will Zoe give up in the early goings, the early stages of this match? Miss Sheba's cranking that pressure on the former women's champion in SWL. Zoe escapes now. Has got her own type of chicken wing maneuver. Miss Sheba trying to find an escape here. Now Zoe's cranking on that left arm. Lots of attacks to the left arm of each participant here today. Here tonight. Just drops her on her face though, Zoe. Springboard. Oh, nice. Kip up into a drop kick. Going for the pin. Hooks the leg. Is that going to do it for Zoe? No, Miss Sheba kicks out at 1.5. What a great opening match here tonight for SWL Freezone episode 7. It's been a while since we've done this series on this YouTube channel. Zoe trying to lure in Miss Sheba here. What she's setting up for. Oh, kick to the back of the knee. Now Miss Sheba with a chop. And Zoe with her own strike. Right hands. Multiple of them. Miss Sheba trying to fight back as well. Oh, Zoe's like, lay it in. Miss Sheba hits the chop. So does Zoe. Backwards and forths. Who's going to get the advantage here? Zoe is going over to the top rope now. Miss Sheba needs to turn around. Oh my goodness, what a double axe handle there. Miss Sheba trying to roll out of the ring. Zoe needs to really, really take advantage of the moment here. Oh, spear to the floor. The referee does have to enforce the 10 count. It's normal rules. If neither one can get in the ring by the count of 10, it will be a count out to some capacity. Pinfall submissions will only occur within the ring. Miss Sheba does get back in within the allotted time. Off the ropes goes Zoe a little bit too early for the offense. Picks her up. Miss Sheba reverses. Reverse DDT. A modified variation of it. Now look at this. Oh, knee to the back of the head. Miss Sheba to Zoe. Now going for the right arm this time. The referee checking. Uh-oh. Zoe, oh my goodness. What a beautiful offensive maneuver there by Zoe. Oh, knee to the face. Hooks the leg. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Zoe cannot believe Miss Sheba is kicking out. Miss Sheba, who is on debut for Freezone, yet to debut in the live stream main show series, or even extra. Once the internet issues are resolved, this series will come to you guys live once again. Hooks the leg. Miss Sheba going for the win. Not even 2, 1.5. And now Miss Sheba might feel some frustration as well. And now look at this, Zoe with a reversal. Beautiful counter there by Zoe. Zoe trying to set up Miss Sheba now. What's she going to do from the apron? Springboard. Oh, springboard drop kick. Lands it flush. And now Zoe going up to the top rope. What's she going to enforce here? Elbow drop to the back of Miss Sheba. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and a 2.5 this time. That would have to be the closest attempt of the 3 count so far throughout this match for Zoe, trying to get the win. And hooks the leg again. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Can't get the third, even with the beautiful covers, even with the hooks of the legs. Now the right hand's laying in by Zoe. DDT! Beautiful DDT there by Zoe. Now Zoe going up to the top rope again. Miss Sheba is starting to feel the effects of this matchup. Oh, caught! Miss Sheba now slams her to the canvas. Zoe is stunned. Look at this. Fisherman Buster. Zoe rolling out as Miss Sheba goes to her side of the ring to go onto the outside. And now look at Miss Sheba from, misses the chop block attempt to Zoe. Now Zoe laying it in now to the arms of Miss Sheba, to the floor. The referee is starting her 10 count. As you can see, custom referees now for SWL for all applicable matchups. Oh my goodness, what was that? Not too sure what's going on the outside there. They're trying to throw each other into the steps. Not enough power. They've really, really exhausted their fatigue. Throughout this matchup, they can't even throw each other into the steps. Now look at this. Miss Sheba rolls out. Trying to throw into the steps again, but still couldn't land it. Referee, I believe, is up to a 7 count. Both back in the ring. Miss Sheba with the right hands, laying them in there. Against the ropes now. Elbow to the back, not once, but twice. Heck, 3 times. Miss Sheba now is taking Zoe to the turnbuckle. Uh-oh, Irish whip, reversed by Zoe. Now look at Miss Sheba. Oh my goodness, what a backflip from the top. Zoe goes for the clothesline, but no, Miss Sheba lands the lariat. And look at all the momentum in the world for Miss Sheba. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, not enough. Zoe gets the shoulder up at 2. Wow, what a opening match. What an opening match for Subscriber Wrestling League Freezone Episode 7 right here on the Outrageous Miss Sheba YouTube channel. Miss Sheba in her debut for this entire series, going up against the former SWL Subscriber Women's Champion, Zoe. Now look at the pressure on the arm. She lets go of that pressure though. Miss Sheba picks up Zoe. Fisherman Buster attempt again with a beautiful cradle pin. Is that going to do it? 1, 2, 4. 2 2/3. Not enough for Miss Sheba to get her first ever victory here in SWL. All right, Miss Sheba is setting up something in the middle of the ring. And she picks up Zoe now. Beautiful standing drop kick. Goes from vertical to horizontal, does Zoe after it. Now Miss Sheba is dragging Zoe towards the middle of the ring for what I'm not too sure. Now in the arms again. This is absolute insanity. What an opening match once again. Not to sound like a broken record, not to repeat myself. Beautiful German suplex to Zoe from Miss Sheba. And now Zoe trying to get back on the offense. Oh, she was going to actually springboard off the rope. Zoe, however, after Miss Sheba's attempt of offense, trying to fight back. Oh, side Russian leg sweep, and they're both down. Both competitors are fully exhausted. The fatigue is really setting in here. What a great opening match for Miss Sheba's career here in this league. Zoe's been through the absolute ups and downs of SWL in her tenure here. Oh my goodness, what a forearm from the top rope. Lays it in there to the head of Zoe. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Miss Sheba gets her win. Gets a W here in Subscriber Wrestling League in her debut. Wow, what a match. It could have went either way. Look at that beautiful springboard hip toss followed by a drop kick there in the replay by Zoe. Zoe had all the offense. Beautiful from the top rope, laying in forearms, laying in elbows. Look at that beautiful elbow drop from the top rope there in the replay. It just wasn't enough, however, as Miss Sheba would kick out of that as well. Multiple pinfall attempts by Zoe here tonight. Miss Sheba showing some resilience. Even the attacks of offense on the outside. What a beautiful maneuver right there. Miss Sheba would take her to the turnbuckle. Goes for the Irish whip, reverses. Look at this. Backflips over her off the rope. Zoe goes for a clothesline. Miss Sheba off the rope. Beautiful. Isn't that just amazing? 1, 2. It wasn't enough in that stage of the match. Now look at this from the replay. The Fisherman Buster, beautifully hooked cover as well into a sort of cradle-like pin there. 2, it was very close. It wasn't enough though, but Miss Sheba off the top rope gets the 3 count. What a debut. Miss Sheba, first ever win in SWL. Wow, what a start to a career here. Congratulations, Miss Sheba, getting her first win on SWL Freezone episode 7. But for this episode, here is your main event, guys. It's going to be AJ, one of our top contenders here in the league, taking on Nick Danger, the SWL Channels champion, in our main event later on, yet to come in this episode. But before that main event, guys, SWL Freezone episode 7 does continue, as there is a knock on the door that can only mean one man in this league. Are you guys ready for the super athletes? The human brick. Gerald as SWL returns. We're freaking back. Oh my goodness, if you have not seen Gerald in action in this league, you are in for a treat. He is very dominant. Very athletic too.
First, from Fulton, New York, weighing in at 368 pounds, Gerald!
368 pounds of a human brick. Let's see how much force and destruction this man does cause here tonight on Freezone. Wonder who he's matched up against. It could be literally anyone on that roster. Wow. Here we go. Like, look at the attire. Definitely has that intimidation factor as well. Very mysterious as well. guy his size. Let's see how he fares here tonight. Who's his opponent going to be in Free Zone here tonight? Let's have a look. He's waiting, as we all wait on too. Here we go. You can see the blue lights. It's Ray. Are you guys ready?
And his opponent from Roswell, New Mexico, weighing in at 167 pounds, Ray!
Next time we go live for SWL Livestream 19, Ray actually takes on the SWL's Channels champion, Nick freaking Danger. But in the meantime, for Free Zone here tonight in episode 7, he goes one-on-one with a human brick, Gerald, and good luck to him. It's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be an easy battle or an easy contest. The bell is rung. What does Ray need to do against the human brick, Gerald? Well, I think honestly, speed, quickness, staying on top if possible. But Gerald's already got Ray down, landing those knees. Got to remember, at the end of the day, power and dominance is not everything. Got to remember, at the end of the day, speed kills. That isn't just a saying. That's truth. Look at this, laying in those right hands. What do you do when you get absolutely obliterated cover by Gerald? What do you do? Oh my goodness, here comes that 370-pound frame on Ray. He is nowhere near 370 pounds. One. Lots of quick covers. Gerald is trying to finish this thing quickly. And as we've seen in previous live streams of this series, Gerald does not like to mess around. Oh my goodness, what a left forearm. Ray trying to fight back here, but what does he do? Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, Ray. Let's keep on Gerald here. Gerald, who got so stunned, ended up on the outside. Irish whip by Ray. Oh, Spanish fly. And now he's going to the outside on the apron. He's actually trying to get Gerald up. What's he going to land from the apron? Spring? No! Hurricane Runner! Senton flip into a Hurricane Runner. Couldn't keep up on top of the momentum, as he now is in a tie with Gerald, which you won't win majority of the time. And now look at Gerald cranking away on the arm of Ray. That is not where you want to be if you are Ray after that beautiful flurry of offense. Just can't seem to capitalize on top as we speak. Now look at this though, Ray trying to crank on the arm of Gerald now. Trying to do the exact same thing as Gerald was trying to do to him a few short moments ago. Look at this, Ray's hanging on. Don't see too many times where Gerald is vulnerable in this league. Now look at this. Headlock. Beautiful move there by Gerald. Cranking the pressure of the luchador. Ray is represented by Portal's brother. Portal, who used to have a wrestler in this league, has stepped down from the league. Cover. This could be a huge upset. Ooh, and a 2 count. I'm sure Portal and his brother would be watching this though, however. Keeping a close eye out on the SWL roster. Beautiful clothesline there by Gerald. Picks him back up. Now he's just toying with Ray. Uh-oh, look at this. He's actually letting him have a go. The backwards and forths. One after another. What a beautiful right hand there by Gerald. Going for the chop is Ray. So is Gerald. You land one, I'll land one 2 times harder. Uh-oh, right hand by Gerald. Beautiful chop to follow it up. Now chop by Ray. Gerald says, bring it on. I'm not scared. You should be. And now both competitors laying it in. Right hand up, the right hand up, the right hands. This is absolute insanity. Now Gerald with the last laugh there with a beautiful right hand. Now picks him up, drops him. Mikinochu driver. Hooks the leg. That's got to do it. Gerald 2-3 with the win. Ray, who rolls straight out of the ring. What a huge Mikinochu driver to end the match. Beautiful Spanish fly there by Ray. It just wasn't enough. And the beautiful Hurricane Runner off the apron over the ropes. Gerald, who was absolutely dominant throughout this match, tries to land the knee. It just wasn't enough, however, because the referee would only get to the count of 2. Left shoulder up there by Gerald, and now look at that. After the fury of offense with the punches, lays it in, and Mekunochu driver hooks the left leg. Referee goes over 1, 2, 3. The human brick, the super athlete Gerald with a huge victory.
Here is your winner, Gerald!
This is SWL Freezone Episode 7. Gerald with the victory. But the night is not over yet. Congratulations to Gerald with a huge win over Ray. Our main event is coming up next. What a force Gerald is. Wow. Dominance. Absolute dominance. As AJ takes on our SWL's Channels champion, Nick freaking Danger. What a clash, what a collision. This match is coming up next. It's our main event on SWL Freezone Episode 7. Here we go, Episode 7 for Freezone. Here is your main event. Let's do it. As our first competitor comes out to the ring, and it's AJ. Self-represented. Let's go. Let's frickin' go. What a track in the background. Let's go.
First, from Punjab, India, weighing in at 261 pounds,
AJ, who is ready. He gets to take on the top champion of Subscriber Wrestling League. The Channels Championship is the equivalent of the World Heavyweight Championship. So huge opportunity for AJ. I know it doesn't really count in Freezone, but heck, a strong showing here tonight will definitely help out in future live streams of this series. Especially if you are tracking towards the main prize, as everyone is on the roster. Let's go, AJ. Against this man who is the champion of the league. This is our Channels champion. This man right here who represents the plan is Nick freaking Danger. Our first ever double champion as well, who previously held on to the Prominence champion whilst being Channels champion at the same time. Are you ready, guys? I am. What a main event.
and his opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 239 pounds, the worldwide internet champion, Nick Danger.
AJ, since his debut, has had strong showings in SWL. Nick Danger, since becoming the champion, has been an absolute dominant force at the top of the Channels Championship division. So this is going to be quite the clash here tonight. Who is going to be the victor? The referee is ready, about to ring the bell. Let's do a main event time. Beautiful chop there. Oh my goodness. STO. One. Only a 1 count on AJ. Nick Danger trying to put it away early. You're definitely going to have to do more than that. You can't get too complacent against a competitor like AJ. AJ really cranking in the pressure here. Nick Danger has already escaped that one. Now the tie-up. Both men not afraid to get technical. Yes, they do have the power. They do have the strength. Oh, crossface. Beautiful arm trap crossface onto AJ. AJ who gets straight out of it. Very, very powerful. You're going to have to inflict more damage here, Nick Danger, before you can get a tap out on AJ. Oh, into the turnbuckle. And there might be color already on AJ. I think bro is already bleeding. Nick Danger telling him to get the frick up. And AJ did just that. Now into a very interesting tie-up here against the ropes. The referee gonna have to step in there to try and break it up. Will he be successful? Yeah! Oh, look at Nick Danger. Kick to the gut. Come on, ref. Sling blade to follow it up. Cover. 1, 2. A little bit of a lackadaisical cover there. No hook of the leg. Nick Danger needs to get out of that complacent mindset here tonight, despite having the plan behind him. Mr. Brute. Jessica Danger, who is the SWL Subscriber Women's Champion. in this league as we speak. And now look at this. Both of the two are not at ringside here tonight. Gutbuster, rope break. Now the complacency is really starting to kick in for Nick Danger. He's a much better competitor than that. He really, really is. And a rope break again. The impatiency has really taken over Nick frickin' Danger. Needs to go on that attack a little bit more. Goes to the apron. Goes to the top rope. Crossbody attempt misses. AJ now lays in the right hands on the bridge of the nose of Nick Danger, our champion. The channel's champion now. On the apron. Oh, beautiful springboard sent on. The ropes are there. The referee keeps calling the ropes. Nick Danger needs to move AJ to the middle. Very, very complacent strategy here by Nick Danger. Oh, maybe it's getting into Nick Danger's head. Maybe he can't beat AJ. Maybe he's been keeping tabs on him. Now look at this. Nick Danger's up to the top rope now. Oh, beautiful. Laser left hand clothesline from the top. AJ gets straight up. Picks him up, drops him on the knee. Knee to knee, impacts. Hooks the leg. Does AJ gone for the win on the champ and only gets 2. If AJ, even though it doesn't really count, stats, stories, championships don't really matter in Freezone. It's more of our house show / road show / live event variation of what professional wrestling shows do entail. Like, none of this stuff really matters, but I mean, as pretty much the GM / booker / the coordinator, producer, whatever you want to call me, I will be keeping track on who does win and who does lose though, and whether these two are a good mix. A good mix in the ring. And now look at this. AJ now. Oh, trying to go for the backbreaker attempts. And now look at Nick Danger, puts him up over his shoulders. AJ's like, nah. And now Nick Danger is busted open. Both men are bleeding. Oh! What a forearm to the back of the head. Oh my goodness. It stunned AJ, but AJ gets straight back up. No idea how bro keeps getting up. Nick Danger actually moves him towards the middle of the ring. A much better strategy. Roll up. Referee needs to get into position here. 1, 2. Oh, that would have been 3 if the ref did get in position in time. It just wasn't enough though. And the ropes again. And now AJ goes to the outside for a quick breather before getting back in. And what has happened to Nick Danger with his strategy here tonight? He needs to get into the middle of the ring and he needs to do a little bit more offense before actually getting that W. Now look at that. Rolls through, kicks him. Oh! AJ's face and head has to be in a lot of pain. AJ picks him up. Beautiful power slam. Legs land onto the bottom rope. And now AJ's got the right idea for the win over the channel's champion, which would be huge. 1, 2, and a 2.5. 2.5. Fight Forever does chant the SWL audience here tonight in Raleigh, North Carolina. What a great matchup for our main event here tonight for episode 7 of Freezone. AJ moves him to the top rope. Looking for a possible potential superplex. Beautiful. Now, this is awesome. Chant the SWL fans here tonight. AJ's the first one to get to his feet. And he's going to go to the top rope. He's got him in prime position. Elbow misses the elbow drop. Lots of elbow drops here tonight in Freezone. Oh, beautiful arm trap back suplex. AJ hasn't got enough energy to capitalize to go for a cover. He'll be the first one to get up though. However, that wasted time. If he was to go for a pin attempt, may not help him, and he knows that. No complacency shown by AJ. Look at the blood on the face of AJ. And a spine buster, that's got to do it. Hooks the leg, referee 1, 2 on the channel's champion. No, Nick freaking Danger kicks out. He kicks out. Irish whip on a spear, that's got to do it. 2 back-to-back heavy moves on the champ. 1, 2. Oh, Nick Danger, the champion, has kicked out again. What? Oh. Lands those fists into the back of Nick Danger. Nick Danger gingerly getting up. And now look at the strikes by AJ. Doesn't stop, and now the boots. Oh, wiping the bloody face of Nick Danger with his boot. AJ, this is a huge opportunity to pin the SWL Channels champion. Oh, elbow misses it. Nick Danger, that's why he's the champ. That's why he's the champ. Oh my goodness, what a forearm cover. Doesn't hook the leg though. 2. And AJ kicks out again. What a main event. This is our main event. SWL Freezone episode 7. It is Nick freaking Danger, the SWL's Channels champion, taking on AJ, who is a strong top contender within this league. Uh-oh, now look at this. Nick Danger now going to take him towards the ropes. AJ not having a bar of it. Tie up. Irish whip into the corner. Beautiful clothesline. Back elbow. Throws him towards the middle of the ring. What does AJ need to do now? Lays in those right hands, one after another, and a boot to follow it up. And a boot to follow it up. Uh-oh. Oh! All the damage to the left knee. Hooks the right leg. 1, 2. Ooh, not quite. I thought AJ had a glimpse of hope to beat Nick Danger there, but it wasn't quite to be. And another knee, another shin to the head of Nick Danger. Nick Danger, springboard moonsaults. Hooks the leg this time. 1. Oh, AJ, 1.5. Referee throws up the 1 count. How resilient is AJ? Off the ropes, leapfrog. Drops down. Goes for the left clothesline. AJ trying to do some offense. Reverses Nick Danger now. Laying it in. Gut buster. Gut to knee. And now look at Nick Danger setting up something here. Is it going to be the NDD, the Nick's Dangerous Destroyer? Or is it going to be the Justice Cutter? Justice Cutter! AJ's in trouble. Hooks the leg. Is this going to do it for the champ? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. What a main event. What a main event. The plans. Nick Danger, the SWL's Channels champion, has defeated a strong contender, an absolute strong contender in AJ. Here tonight on SWL Freezone episode 7. A great showing though by AJ here tonight. AJ, if you're watching, you will be a future Channels champion in my opinion, without any bias showing. You held up to the Channels champion here tonight, but Nick Danger just too strong. Just too strong. Without the help of the plan, without the help of Mr. Brute or Jessica Danger. Nick Danger actually did it on his own. And a beautiful spear. We saw a spine buster followed by a spear from AJ. Hooking the leg on that cover just wasn't enough. Oh my goodness, what a match. And I thought he was setting up for the NDD here, but however, the Justice Cutter, what we've seen in the past, has brought him championships. And a win over AJ here tonight in the main event.
Here is your winner, Nick
In SWL Freezone episode 7's main events. Nick Danger with the win. Appreciate your company, guys. Thank you so much for joining SWL Freezone 7. Please stay safe. Look after yourselves. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much. And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year if you celebrate it.